Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the one setting for you guys who play on controller, the one setting that you guys need to change. Because when I was playing, I think there was like one big thing that kept messing me up game after game. And after I made this change to my settings, it really helped me out a ton. And I didn't have to worry about making that same mistake over and over again. And that was costing me so many games. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 2,000 V-Bucks. And if you guys want a chance to enter this giveaway, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel, turn on my post notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be entered into the giveaway. So make sure you guys do enter if you guys want a chance to win. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be going over the one setting that you guys should be changing in your sensitivity that I think really makes a big difference, because it was a couple of things that really were messing me up game after game, and after I made this change, it really helped me improve and definitely helped me stop losing those games I shouldn't be losing. So going into my settings, the one thing that you guys need to change, and I was kind of against it a while ago, but now that I really was playing on it a little bit, it really made all the difference, and that's going to be going down to your sensitivity. It doesn't matter if you play on linear, exponential, legacy, it doesn't even matter. But what you want to do is you want to raise your Y sensitivity, and your Y sensitivity is a sensitivity where you look up and down. So X, of course, is the side to side, and then your Y sensitivity is up and down. And there's a specific reason on why you want to have a higher Y sensitivity than X. And most people usually have a higher X sensitivity so they can like go for I guess a little bit quicker flick shots. But for Y sensitivity, the reason why you want to have this one specifically higher, or not, you don't necessarily have it higher, but when I was playing, I had something like a 70 or something along those lines, and it still was not high enough for me, so I had to have a higher Y sensitivity. So unless you have like a crazy high X sensitivity as well, you want to keep your Y sensitivity a little bit higher. You want to have it like skyrocketed, but you want to have it a little bit higher than your X sensitivity. I'm going to give you guys specific examples and things that I do personally that really do make a difference. And there's certain situations in which you'd want to have a higher Y sensitivity. And of course, this only applies to controller, because if you play on mouse and keyboard, it doesn't matter, because when you're on the keys, going for flick shots, things like that are extremely easy to do. You don't have to worry about them whatsoever. You're able to flick downwards, upwards very easily without a problem, and going for edits and all that kind of stuff, super easy, no problem at all. So it only applies if you're on controller to have a higher Y sensitivity, which I'll get into in a second. But here I'm just building with my mouse and keyboard. So you guys, when it comes to the flicks, when it comes to looking straight down, looking straight up, it really isn't a problem at all. You don't have to worry about it. So it only applies to controller players. So you're playing controller, you want to have a higher Y sensitivity, and so the first reason in why you'd want to do this is there's going to be a certain point which I'll demonstrate in just a second. So I'm just building around. So say you're in a building, right? Say you're in a building and you're going against another player that's maybe in the same building as you. Maybe they're like a couple of feet in front of you, and so you want to place a wall. So if you want to place a wall in front of you, sometimes depending on the builds that you have, you're not able to place it right in front of you. And this can apply to, it doesn't matter if it's a building, doesn't really matter if it's a build fight, really doesn't matter exactly what it is. But one problem that you're going to have is it's going to make you place the wall in front of you. So right here, for instance, if a guy was right in front of you, you would be placing the wall behind them. And if you're placing the wall behind them, you're going to get lit up every single time. And the only way to prevent yourself from, I guess, placing the wall further than you want to, the only thing you can do to fix that is you have to look straight down. And this is probably one of the most common ways that I get shot, is there's a guy right in front of me. I have to look straight down in order to place my wall. And you don't have to look straight down, but you have to look a good enough angle down to where the wall is going to be able to place in front of you. And being able to place that wall very quickly down has 100% to do with your Y sensitivity, because your Y sensitivity is going to be the sensitivity you're looking straight down with. Of course, it's going to be a little bit faster if you already have your build out, because when you have a building sensitivity, it's going to be higher than your X and Y. But also at the same time, just having a higher Y sensitivity is going to be the move, because not all the time you're going to have your builds out when you're going for, if you want to place a build quick, a lot of times you wouldn't have your shotgun out till last second, just in case you want to go for a shot. Because if you have your builds out, you're not even going to be able to pull out your shotgun in time. So for instance, right, if a guy's walking around a corner, you don't want to even though it'd be quicker to already have your build out to place that place the wall, whatever, you're not. It's not the best idea because you still have to remember that when you pull out a shotgun in Fortnite in this game, there is going to be a delay on how long it takes for you to pull out the weapon. So you can't just continuously switch back between your wall and shotgun. If the other player is already ready to take shots at you, they're going to be able to hit you first just because they already have their gun out. So that's kind of like a main reason and why just raising your building sensitivity probably isn't the best move. Your best move is going to be specifically raising your Y sensitivity. So for that example, you can look straight down, and when you're looking straight down, you're going to be able to go for shots on that player. And another example, something that I do a lot, is going for flick shots on people above you. So if someone's, maybe a story above you, they're building, a lot of times their back is going to be exposed to you, so you're going to be able to go for shots on that player. And if you want to be able to go for shots, if you're going for quick flick shots looking up, then that's going to be directly tied to your Y sensitivity, because your Y sensitivity is going to be the sensitivity that looks up and down. So if you're going for a flick shot on a guy who's above you, which just happens like almost every game, then you want to have a high enough Y sensitivity where you can look up, you can shoot the other player, and then build a floor beneath you. So you're going to have a decently high Y sensitivity if you want to be able to make this play, because a mouse and keyboard, it's not a problem. You can literally just flick your mouse across your mouse pad and you're going to be okay. But for controller, you have to raise your Y sensitivity. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to go for a lot of plays, a lot of flicks that you want to, just because you'd be handicapped on your sensitivity. So that's going to be another reason on why you'd want to raise your Y sensitivity, which honestly, when it comes to raising your Y, at first I was kind of against it, but it really doesn't feel that uncomfortable. As long as you don't raise it up like a crazy amount, it's really not that weird. It feels kind of natural, to be honest. And if you guys don't know, for Legacy, the old settings, it's already by default higher. So if you have a 7.7 sensitivity on Legacy, it's basically you already have a higher Y sensitivity. It's by default. So in order to even out, if you want to have an even X and Y sensitivity, you would have to have a lower sensitivity for Y, because by default the Y sensitivity is already higher. But in this case, I wanted to raise it up even more because I feel like having an even higher Y sensitivity has a lot of benefits to it, and it really doesn't feel that much different. It didn't take me like 3 weeks to get used to. Maybe it took me like a day. All I did was just raise up my sensitivity a little bit. I didn't change anything else, and it wasn't a big problem to get to getting used to. And so the last example or last situation that you want to have a higher Y sensitivity is maybe you're in a build fight and you're shooting at a player that's going to be in front of you or maybe even below you, and then all of a sudden it happens from time to time where someone's shooting at you from above and you had no idea they were above you, and you need to place that wall very quickly. So having a higher Y sensitivity is going to allow you to place those the pyramids and also the floors above you much quicker than if you didn't. You still would be able to place it quickly. Having a little bit higher Y sensitivity isn't like the craziest difference ever, but for me, it's very helpful in a lot of situations in which you need to look up and down very quickly. And I do feel like in this game, there's a lot of things that you would need to do that in. So that's why that's a big reason on why I switched. Or not really switched, it's the reason why I like to have a higher Y sensitivity. It's just because I feel like there's so many benefits and there's so many things in this game that you actually would need a Y sensitivity for. Because most people like the X sensitivity, like I mentioned earlier, when it comes to flick shots, it can be very helpful because you're able to, look over a little bit quicker. So when you are going for flick shots, it is very helpful to do so. But when it comes to the Y sensitivity, I haven't really heard anybody talk about it and the importance of it, because there's just so many things. Like when you're placing the wall, you need to look straight down. When someone's above you and you had no idea, then you need to place a floor and also a cone above you. So something like this, I feel like, can have huge benefits once you get the hang of it, once you get the muscle memory down of it. And also just understanding and learning the benefits that you have from it, because I know the exact benefits that it really helps me out. So when I'm in a game, I know exactly the type of plays that I'm going to be able to do, because the second example I showed, the flick shot, I know for certain now that I'm able to do those a lot easier. So when I am going for those shots in game, I know I'm going to be able to hit them much easier than I would before, because I know I'm going to be able to go for that shot and also look straight down and place the floor to catch myself. So you have to be very quick, and having a high Y sensitivity is going to allow you to do so. So with that being said, that's wrap up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.